हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द IS फैक्ट्री। हम कवर कर रहे हैं इंग्लिश वोकेबलरी फ्रॉम ब्लैकबुक। ये हमारा डेली रोज 11 है फॉर OWS। इससे पहले हम 10 वीडियोस कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं। साथ ही हम इडियम फ्रेजेस और सिनोनिम एंटोनिम्स भी कवर कर रहे हैं, तो अगर आप चाहें उन्हें भी देख सकते हैं। तो चलिए हम शुरू करते हैं। लास्ट वीडियो में 1000 तक कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं, तो उससे आगे शुरू करते हैं। Laceration, घाव, a deep cut or tear in skin or flesh. Next is ladder, सीढ़ी, two lengths of rope, bamboo or wood with rungs used for climbing up and down wall, slats of ships, etc. Next is layer, मान, a place where wild animals live. Next is lamb, मेमना, the young one of sheep. Next is lapidary, रत्न तराशने वाला, the art of cutting gems. Next is ladder, खाद्य भंडार रखने की जगह, a room or large cupboard for storing food. Next is letter, बाद वाला, denoting the second mention of two people or thing. Next is laudable, प्रशंसनीय, worth of high price. Next is laundry, धोबीघर, a place where clothes are washed and pressed. Next is laurel, प्रतिष्ठा, honor given for some achievement. Next is laxative, पेट साफ करने वाली, the medication that soften the wounds. Next is lazy, आलसी, unwilling to move to work or use energy. Next is lease, पट्टा, a legal agreement that allows someone to use a building or land for a period of time, usually in return for rent. Next is leave, बुरी नजर से देखना, a silly look that is lustful. Next is legacy, विरासत, the property left to someone by a will. Next is legal, कानूनी, that which is lawful. Next is leisure, खाली समय, free time, time at one's own disposal. Next is leonine, सिंह जैसा, lion like characteristics. Next is lexicographer, शब्दकोश के लेखक, a person who writes and edits dictionaries. Next is lexicography, शब्दकोश निर्माण, the activity of writing dictionaries. Next lexicon, शब्दकोश, a list of words on a particular subject or in a language in alphabetical order. Liable, उत्तरदायी, responsible according to law. Libertarian, मुक्तिवादी, a person who strongly believes that people should have the freedom to do and to think as they are like. Next is ligaments, जोड़, a strong band of tissue in the body that connect bones and supports organs and keeps them in position. Next is limelight, प्रकाश में, चर्चा में, center of public attention. Next is limnivorous, मिट्टी खाने वाला, eating mud. Next is linger, विलंबित करना, to stay longer than necessary. Next is linguist, बहुभाषाविद, a person who knows several foreign languages well, a person who studies language. Next is literate, साक्षर, one who can read and write. Next is livestock, पशुधन, animals especially on a farm regarded as an asset. Next is loquacious, बातूनी, one who talks a lot. Next is lucid, सुस्पष्ट, easy to understand. Next is lucrative, लाभकारी, profitable, yielding financial gain. Next is lullaby, lodi, a soft, gentle song sung to make a child go to sleep. Next is lumen, प्रकाश की इकाई, a unit to measure light. Next is luminary, महान विद्वान, a person as a source of intellectual light or moral inspiration. Next is lump sum, एक मुश्त, an amount of money that is paid at one time. Lunar, चंद्र संबंधी, related to the moon. Next is lunatic, पागल, one who is mentally not sound. Next is lurch, झटका, a sudden unsteady movement, a stagger. Next is magnanimous, उदार चरित्र, kind gesture and forgiving. Next is magnificent, भव्य, extremely beautiful, elaborate or impressive. Next is maiden, अविवाहित, a girl or young woman, especially an unmarried one. Next is maiden speech, प्रथम भाषण, the first public speech delivered by the person. Next is maintain, बनाए रखना, cause or continue, keep up, preserve a state of affairs and activity, etc. Next is malapropism, ध्वनि से समानता वाले शब्द का गलत प्रयोग, uses of an incorrect word in place of the one which is similar in pronunciation. Next is malcontent, asantust, a person who is never happy with what he has. Next is malevolence, द्वेष या फिर दुर्भावना, having or showing a wish to do evil to others. Next is malevolent, दुर्भावनापूर्ण, causing or wanting to cause harm or evil to someone. Next is malfunction, खराबी, fail to function normally. Next is malleable, लचीला, easy to shape in any desired form. Next is malnutrition, कुपोषण, insufficient feeding or nourishing. Next is mammals, स्तनपायी, any female animal which feeds its young on milk from her own body. Next is manifesti, साफ तौर पर, in a way that is clear or obvious to the eye or mind. Next is manifesto, घोषणा पत्र, a written statement in which a group of people, especially a political party, explains their beliefs and says what they will to do if they win an election. Next is mannequin, putla, a dummy used to display clothes in a shop window. Next is manure, पैंतरेबाजी, an underhand device restored to in order to justify misconduct. Next is manometer, दबाव नापने का यंत्र, an instrument used for measuring the pressure of liquid or gases. Next is mansion, haveli, a large impressive house. Next is manuscript, हस्तलिखित, हाथ से लिखी हुई, a copy of a book, piece of music, etc. before it has been printed, paper written by hand. Next is marine, samudra, animals living in the sea only. Next is martial, युद्ध संबंधी, relating to soldiers or war. Next is martyr, shaheed, someone who is killed fighting for the cause of reason or faith. Next is masochist, पीड़ा सुखभोगी, someone who obtains pleasure from receiving punishment. Next is mansion, Rajmistri, a person skilled in cutting, dressing, or laying stone in building. Next is materialistic, भौतिकवादी, one for whom money is the most important thing. Next is mating, अपराहन का film, a cinema show held in the afternoon. Next is matriarch, मातृसत्ता, woman who is the head of the family. Matricide, मातृहत्या, the killing of one's mother. Matrimony, विवाह, the state of being married. Mausoleum, मकबरा, a stately or impressive building housing a tomb or group of tombs. Next is maxim, कहावत, an stabilized principle of practical wisdom, a short statement of general truth or rule of conduct. Meadow, charagah, an area of grassland where animals graze. Meander, इधर उधर घूमना, to move about from place to place aimlessly. Mediate, मध्यस्थता करना, to try to settle a dispute between two other parties. Medieval, मध्यकालीन, belonging to the middle age. Medicure, औसत दर्जे का, of only average standard. Medley, गीत समूह, a musical composition made up of a series of songs or short pieces. Next is melancholic, उदासी की अवस्था, feeling or expressing pensive sadness. Melodious, मधुर, a sound that is pleasing to hear. Memento, यादगार निशानी, something that serves as a reminder. Memoir, संस्मरण, a historical account or biography written from personal knowledge. Minax, हानिकारक, a person or thing that is likely to cause harm. Menticent, भिखारी, one who goes from place to place begging. Mercenary, किराए का सैनिक, someone working or acting merely for money or other rewards. A soldier who fight for the sake of money. Next is metallurgy, धातु विज्ञान, the scientific study of metals and their uses. Next, metamorphosis, कायांतरण, a change in the form of or nature of something. Next is meticulous, अति सावधान, paying careful attention to every detail. Next is microphobia, छोटी चीजों से डर, fear of small things. Next is microscope, सूक्ष्मदर्शी, an instrument used in scientific study for making very small things look larger so that you may examine that them carefully. Next is migrant, प्रवासी, a traveler who moves from one region or country to another. Next is migration, प्रवास, movement of people or animals from one area to another. Next is millennium, हजार वर्ष, a period of 1000 years. Next is mimic, नकल करना, imitate someone's action or words in order to entertain or ridicule. Next is mindful, होशियार, taking heed or care, being conscious. Next is mint, taksal, a place where money is coined by authority of the government. Next is misanthrope, manavdveshi, a person who hates and avoids other people. Next is misanthropy, manav se घृणा, a general contempt towards mankind. Next is misappropriate, govern करना, unfairly take something belonging to another for one's use. Next is miser, कंजूस, a person who loves money and hates spending it. इस तरह हमारा हो गया आज का डेली डोज 11 कंप्लीट। मिलते हैं आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। इफ यू लाइक दिस वीडियो प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब। बाय बाय।